Hey, Retro Road Mappers. It's Maud Betty. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm doing this right. Pardon me, I'm also trying to fix my hair. No, it goes that way. Anyhow, um, as I mentioned, I promised to do some videos. It's so funny because I actually don't even know if this is live. Oh, I think it is live. Okay, gotta get my act together. So anyhow, I promised I would do a live video every day from the road on my Route 66 tour, which is what I'm doing right now. I think. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like I am. Okay, I see there's two, this is all new to me. I apologize. By the end of this trip, I'm gonna be like snapping. I see one person. Oh my God, I already lost 50% of my audience. Okay, so anyway, nobody's watching. This is awesome. So it's my first day of this Retro Road Map Route 66 tour. And it has actually been so cool. Trina, thank you so much. Oh my God. Okay, so I know somebody's hearing me. Hello. I'll admit, I'm very tired. I left Philly at around 7 in the morning, and it's now like 10 or so. I met the group of people I'm going to be traveling with, which seems like an awesome group of folks. And our host, Austin Coop of Tulane. I'm going to get the name wrong, so I'm not even going to say it because I want to make sure I get it right. So I just wanted to make sure that I told everybody about all the wacky stuff that went on today. Some of it was wacky, some of it was just fun, but all of it was just so good because I did some fun stuff and I learned some fun things just about myself or whatever. So I actually, before I went out and had Chicago deep dish pizza and a beer or two, I actually wrote down some notes to remind me of the stuff I want to tell everybody. So first thing, thank you, Candy. Oh my God, thank you. I tried to get a good kind of interesting backdrop. These are the curtains in my hotel room. Any of the places that looked really nice photographically were really loud. And crap, I am probably too loud for my neighbors, but it's still early yet. So anyhow, couple of fun things. Yes, Henry, I am going to be at the Blobfest in Phoenixville, PA. I'm actually going to be doing two things Blobfest-wise. I'm going to be at the Blob Ball on Friday night at the Colonial Theater, hosted by Lulu's Vintage. And Joe and Anna, awesome! Thank you! Oh my God, I haven't even gotten on the Route 66, though I do have this pin, because we just are beginning it tomorrow. Where's the, can you even, oh, see? We're going to begin that. Anyhow, and then yes, on Blobfest Street Fair Day, I'm going to be down on Bridge Street in Phoenixville, PA with my vintage camper. So Henry, I am. So anyhow, today got into Chicago, got my rental car because I'm renting a car. I'm not driving my own. I'm because I have to fly out from LA. Got a really cool deal on a rental car, which I will, once I get all the info, I'm going to be really happy to share with you guys because I actually saved a bunch, like hundreds of dollars. So that was really cool. And the other funny thing is that I felt like this is something I wanted to share, which was like, I felt like Goldilocks picking out my rental car because I was like, is it too big? Is it too small? This one was big and it was luxurious. Am I a luxury person? I don't know. Yes, please, Henry. Yes, there you go. Put a I should put a Retro Road Map sticker on the begin sign. You're right. Next time. So anyhow, I was a bit Goldilocksing on my rental car because one, they were all too big. They were all the full size, and one was too glamorous. And I was like, no, it's cool. I need a glamorous car, and then I couldn't find a place to charge my phone in it. So long story short is I picked the car that was right for me, even though it wasn't totally like the high-end leather seat car. It's the one that I feel comfortable in and I could charge my phone in. So that was one thing. The other thing is that it was raining today, so not a lot of photos, but because I came into work, because I came into Chicago early, I actually made an appointment to go to the Elmhurst Museum because I wanted to see the McCormick House. So this is a bit more like mid-century Mod Betty, like mid-mod map type stuff. But it was the McCormick House, which is a single-family home designed in 1952 by Mies van der Rohe. It is one of 3 single-family homes that he designed. One of 2 that you can go into, because the third one is a private residence in Connecticut. That was in Elmhurst. That was interesting. I will expand upon that later. But the neat thing is that en route to that tour is I passed by a vintage root beer place, Richardson's. So I had plans to go to some place on Route 66. I was going to like scoop down and go to the place, whatever. But then the fun thing is I didn't even know that this root beer stand, Richardson's, was going to be there. Hamburger Heaven. It's been there since 1948. So I didn't even know that was going to be there. It was there. I went there. It was great. Couple of things. They still serve root beer that they make. There's a giant wooden root beer barrel inside. If you peer in, you can see the root beer barrel. And even if you're not a kid, you can order the kid-sized burger, because already I've blown my eating goals out of the water with tonight. But eating small on the road can be a good thing. So if it's not like, oh, you have to be 12 or under or whatever. So Richardson's in Elmhurst, total discovery, didn't know what was going to happen, but this is the whole thing about being on the road. You think you know where the places are going to be. I also saw a really cool neon sign, something about pheasant. I wrote it down. I'll get it back to you. But anyhow, it's just neat because you think you're going some places and there's a lot of discovery and stuff like that. So went and saw, Cliff Hill has joined. Hey. See all that pizza I ate? I didn't eat all of the pizza, but I'm here in Chicago, home of deep dish pizza, which I had only previously gotten at like Uno's, like on Route 9. It was really good. So checked into the Palmer House. I don't know if you guys saw my really short video from the beautiful lobby here at the elegant Palmer House in Chicago, asking that musical question. And it's a beautiful place. This is totally out of this is like wicked nice. I'm not used to that. And I don't think every place is going to be wicked fancy like this. But it is a really awesome historic hotel. And I love places like this. If anybody had seen my earlier video, my quote, my musical question was actually a quote from a Monkees, you know, the Monkees, the TV show and the band. It was actually a quote from my favorite album, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Ltd. And it's the intro to a song. Now, the interestinger thing is that Mickey Dolenz talks about the elegant pump room on the magnificent Palmer House. Yeah, so I love that he did that, but the Palmer House didn't have the pump room. The pump room was from the Ambassador Hotel here in Chicago. So little quick tibs and tabs. I'm whacking, being kind of wacky, but I thought that was really interesting. It was kind of also very high vibe in the fact that you're like, okay, whatever. I come in here, all the computers are down, and I was at literally the very end of this crazy long line that was like Disney long, how long it was for people to check in. So I'm like, no big deal. I'll check in. It's cool. I'm high vibe. I'm like, whatever. I'm here. This is glorious. Then I check my email, and our host, Austin, said in my email, he's like, hey, I'm at the front of the line getting the I want to say the keys to everybody's rooms if you want to come up now. So I literally went from the end of the road. Oh my God, this is my live video, so goofy. I went from the end of the line to the beginning of the line, and it was great. It was really cool. I didn't expect it to happen, but it happened, and I thought it was awesome, and I was grateful for it. Kind of like this whole awesome trip. So that was good. Got to my room, really cute. It's actually kind of funny because the window behind me, actually I have it shut because it faces a brick wall for the most part, but you know what? That's why I went and roamed around the hotel, and I'll tell you a couple of funny things. So roaming around the hotel, totally beautiful place. I discovered this thing called the Archives. I'll have some pictures of it because I did take some pictures or some video or something. And it's like this room that has all this old school stuff from the history of this hotel because it's so interesting. And as I'm looking in the window, people behind me are like, what is that place? You'll probably hear it on the video I talk about. And they were like, the guy was like, I've been coming here for 50 years and I've never seen this room. And I was like, oh, well, the weird thing is I was walking down that way and I turned around and I saw this and I was like, what is this? So another kind of like, you know, life takeaway is, oh, I don't know, look around and look in the other direction and maybe you'll see something you never saw before. So the cool thing is they were like, I've never seen this before. I said, me either. And then they said, OMG. Well, I'm paraphrasing. They probably didn't say OMG because they were slightly older than me. They were like, you need to go up to the other level and go check out the ballrooms. And I was like, really? Or can I go up there? I thought it was, long story short is you get tips and you're like, thank you. I'm going to go check this out. I have some other videos of me going into the ballrooms because they're beautiful. So if you're ever in Chicago, this isn't a paid thing, but the Palmer House is kind of an awesome place to stay. Met the people I'm going to be traveling with. I think there's about 8 or 10 of us right now. I will get the official information on the tour, and the only reason I'm not doing this now is because I know I'm going to mess it up. But we went a few blocks down. We had some great pizza. We got to talk. It was wonderful. And yeah, so that's the first day. So Chicago is where it began. I have a picture of the sign that is here that says beginning of Route 66, and it's got a bunch of stickers on it. Joe said I should put a Retro Roadmap sticker on it, and you're totally right. But I also heard there's another sign like a block away. So I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to take a picture of that. And tomorrow's the day that we actually hit Route 66. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know. I'm like, does anybody have any questions? Anybody like down in the comments or anything? I don't know. Maybe there are some, or maybe I missed them, but it's okay. I'll keep talking. Let me think. Was there anything else I wanted to mention to people? No, I think it's good. I mean, the only other random thing is, honestly, and this is more of me being kind of like, the world works out the way you want it to, is that I had been really trying hard to go see another certain mid-century modern place that was about an hour away from here prior to me getting here, and it wasn't working out at all. And they had an event today, and I'm looking forward to that place. Don't get me wrong, but the weird thing is that like they weren't answering my emails. I called up, they were like, no, and nicely. And I was like, okay, it's just not going to happen, so just let it go, right? So the funny thing is that today has been totally rainy. So had I made that effort to go see that place today and pushed kind of against like the universe saying, just now is not the time, like I would have been there in the total pouring rain. So listen to those little signals that the universe hits. So yeah, because in conclusion on that kind of goofy, like woo-woo note, like I'm on a road trip, but a road trip is kind of like your life. So you have to kind of pay attention to the clues you get on the road trip, on a road trip, but also on your life. And before I get to all like, people, you've got to understand, I'm going to sign off because you know what? Check me out. I'm on Route 66. I'm in the freaking awesome Palmer House, really nice hotel. I'm going to be on Route 66 tomorrow for days. And this is my second video. It's not the best. I know it, but I did it. And that's the thing. I could have been like, oh no, I can't do it, but I did it. And I'm done. How does that sound? Quick thing. So as I kind of said to Joe, I need a good sign off. Anybody like, hey, it's Ma Betty and hasta la vista, baby, or Guadalajara? I don't even know. I don't know, like safe travels, happy trails. Like everybody's got a cool little sign off. I think one of my goals for this trip is by the end of this trip, I'm going to find a good thing to say when I say, so long, suckers. See, that isn't a good one, but something like that. Anyhow, it's the second video I've done. I'm going to be quiet now. And thank you all, everybody who signed in and commented. And thank you for being on this journey with me, because it literally is a journey just for me to even be like talking to my laptop in a hotel room. And I don't know, whatever, but it's a wicked lot of fun. So thank you. Feel free to put any comments or questions down the bottom, because I can always answer them tomorrow. Tomorrow I have an early day. I'm going to get up early. I'm actually going rogue, and I'm going to go some places that our group isn't going on, because that's the cool thing about being on a trip with your own car. You can do whatever you want, which is what I'm going to do. But anyhow, that's tomorrow. So, all right. I guess as Joyce Hillis once said, out and over. I'll talk to you later.